Undisputed in the cruiserweight and heavyweight division, Evander the real deal Holyfield showed the world what a true knockout pugilist really looks like.
Fans are going wild.
A truly underrated boxer, taking into account that he faced every single big challenge there was during the great era of the 90s.
Goodness, I went back to the corner and my guys were saying, "Hey, you're doing good." What fight are you looking at?
You're now watching Evander Holyfield's greatest performances in the squared battlefield. A determined and athletic child, Holyfield played football and baseball in school, but his true passion was boxing and was later inspired to take up the sport by watching Muhammad Ali fights on television. A bronze medalist in the 1984 Olympics in LA, Evander turned professional to conquer the light heavyweight ranks and establish his name among the greats in the sport of boxing. The world had its first glimpse at Evander's power and skills in a slugfest of a fight for the WBA cruiserweight title against Dwight Muhammad Kawi.
Standing 8 count is in effect, as is the mandatory. Holyfield, he is now beating the champion. He's got that 60-hour Evander. He's getting through Neither has Holyfield.
The two men continued to trade blows for 15 consecutive rounds, with neither fighter able to pull away, as this fight had already been a classic one.
Punching low again there is Kawi. Lotuva saying, he's breathing very heavily, but he is relentless. Just watching these two has to keep right at bay. Right now, Evander's doing a good job. He is getting around. And
In the end, Holyfield was awarded a unanimous decision victory, thus capturing the WBA title and starting the hunt for his next big prey. Henry Tillman, who was a U.S. teammate of Holyfield in the '84 Olympics, was an up-and-coming prospect in the division, widely known for his 2 amateur fights with Mike Tyson, in which both ended in favor of Tillman, leaving him now in the ring with the champion to prove he deserves to be great.
But he was able to move out there. Got up a good jab, and now good right. Especially in the light heavyweight class. And a good left hand, and Tillman goes. Good buddies. And thus not.
The fight was a one-sided affair, with Holyfield dominating from the opening bell, using his superior speed, power, and boxing skills to control the fight and land a barrage of punches on Tillman.
Of the Cooper confrontation again, and in fact may have been ahead a couple of rounds when Cooper came on again to win a big round. He wanted to get close. Good grip. Oh, left and a right. Carlos Medina said, look at Henry Tillman and not listen to him. This fight should be.
Holyfield had dropped Tillman 2 times in the 7th round, both coming by a big right hand, until delivering the last devastating shot, with the referee doing the right thing by calling the fight.
Twice in the round, 3 times in the fight. He's ready to go, and that's it.
Henry came in and fought as a sportsmanship. He was a good fighter, good, strong fighter. I hit him with a lot of good shots. He showed that he had a will and heart to fight back after all them tough shots.
The second fight between Evander Holyfield and Dwight Muhammad Kawi took place on the 5th of December, 1987, billed as the Battle of the Brawlers. The fight did not disappoint, as both men threw their hardest shots at each other, even by the start of the fight.
Ended by beating Kawi's punches combined. Down in that crowd, where you got, here's my chin. And that's discouraging. In that fight, Holyfield ran out of gas. Oh, Kawi is down!
In contrast to their previous fight, Holyfield dropped Kawi on the seat of his trunks. Kawi attempted to fight back, but after missing a right hook, Holyfield countered with a right hand of his own that caught Kawi flush and sent him down again.
We're back. A wild mist, and he goes down again. He stayed, looked at the doctor right in the face, shook his head, and that was the end of that.
Undisputed at the cruiserweight division, Evander now had his eyes on the heavyweights, who were unwitting of the man that had prepared for months in the gym to come and destroy them. What better fight to start off in the 200-pound division than James "Quick" Tillis? Tillis, who was best known for his performances in the 1980s, as he was the first boxer to take Iron Mike to the distance, thus breaking his 19-fight knockout streak.
Real deal Holyfield, defeat against Mike Tyson.
And it is a mark of his does with a man. If you're watching this fight to score it, because he's getting outspeeded and slugged.
Tillis managed to survive the early onslaught and started to find his rhythm in the middle rounds, landing some effective punches of his own and managing to frustrate Holyfield with his defense and movement.
Continued to punch Tillis.
They could be in line for a stiff to the body that makes quick.
30 seconds round.
Tillis covering up well.
As the rounds continued, Holyfield was able to understand Tillis's game plan and started exploiting it with hard punches of his own, thus forcing the bigger man to quit in his corner during the break of the round.
Evander Holyfield, Tillis with his hands up.
If his mind is set, oh, what a punch by Holyfield.
It's all over. Evander Holyfield has won his heavyweight debut.
The following years were successful as Holyfield managed to rack up a 5-fight knockout streak against big names before getting his respective shot at the title against newly crowned king of the heavyweight division, James "Buster" Douglas. Douglas had upset Mike Tyson after knocking him out in their fight in 1990, claiming all of his belts and sitting at his throne on the top, with every single one of the top contenders of the division challenging him to see if he's a real champion.
Douglas has a terrific jab, but see Holyfield?
Douglas, much bigger, 38 full and effective against Mike Tyson.
He seems much fun. Douglas tummy jokes and anything big right.
Round one.
It was clear that Douglas wasn't intimidated by Holyfield's reputation as a fierce and powerful fighter, as he was using his superior height and reach advantage to keep Holyfield at bay, landing some crisp jabs and hooks.
Statistic when you think about it in this fight, but it's only effective for the end. They think their man owns it. Told us the other day that
in the third round, Douglas attempted to hit Holyfield with an uppercut that was countered with a straight right to Douglas's chin, knocking the champion flat on his back, thus crowning a new heavyweight king.
What a shot by Evander Holyfield! It was a twisting right, and down went Douglas.
Because a lot of people felt that I couldn't do it because I was a small man. So with this will, display to the kids that, if you work hard and train hard and work at anything, you can be successful.
The first man to have a shot at the title was none other than Big George Foreman. Foreman, who was 42 years old at the time of the fight, was making a comeback to the sport after a 10-year retirement. As the fight progressed, Holyfield began to take control, using his jab and combination punching to keep Foreman at bay. Foreman continued to land some hard punches of his own, but he was unable to sustain the kind of sustained pressure that he had become famous for in his earlier career.
Unanimous decision, Evander Holyfield.
After suffering his first professional defeat to Riddick Bowe in 1992, Evander immediately activated the rematch clause that was included in their contract for a blockbuster fight a year later. From the opening bell, it was clear that Holyfield was determined to avenge his loss and reclaim his heavyweight title, as he had started the fight aggressively, using his superior speed and movement to land a series of hard punches on Bowe.
Doing a lot of head hunting. Yeah. Right hand by Bowe, biggest punch to the right cross.
Right. That's the bread and butter punch for Riddick Bowe.
And the left hand for Holyfield. And they swing after the bell. And look at this.
Bowe, however, was able to weather the early storm and began to establish his own dominance in the ring, landing some hard shots on Holyfield, who appeared to be tiring as the fight progressed.
Right hand for Holyfield, stuns Bowe, and Bowe comes back fighting this time, and somebody in a parachute has just landed on the edge of the ring.
Not to bleed in the cold weather.
George, he's a warrior's heart. Right hand by Holyfield inside.
The fight ended in a majority decision victory in favor of Holyfield, who was once again champion and was looking to challenge Iron Mike for his belt. Mike Tyson was coming off a win against the WBA champion Frank Bruno and was now having his shot at becoming undisputed once again.
Garcia died. We'll see if he's overly cautious. And as soon as he hit him with a quick right by Tyson.
That's the game plan for sort of boxing match rather than just.
Mike was hurt. Looks like a good shot. Combination.
Tyson began to take control of the fight, landing some hard punches on Holyfield and appearing to stun him with a series of uppercuts. Holyfield, however, was able to weather the storm and continue pressing forward, putting Tyson in big trouble.
After came back, cut, not looking like the overachieving warrior that he is. Oh, down goes Tyson, a left hook. Going for it. Oh, Tyson's in trouble. Holyfield continues to dig in. A left hook to the head. He's got Tyson in trouble. Tyson's ready to go. A straight right hand. The Topper stops the fight, and Holyfield has won. I can't believe.
An upset had occurred once again. Similar to the Buster Douglas fight, Holyfield was a 25-1 underdog, but that mattered little as he was determined to be one of the best the sport had ever seen. Lennox, the Lion Lewis, was the champion in 1999, and the world saw him as one of the best, if not the most complete heavyweight to ever live, so a brawl with Evander Holyfield was a no-brainer.
Most aggressive domination so far. It is right. He's hurt. Yeah, he's following it almost to the teeth.
The fight became physical, with both fighters trading punches and trying to assert their dominance, with Holyfield appearing to get the better of the exchanges.
Get a little closer and stay closer.
Right hand stop. He uses the uppercut to it. Even a draw. The decision is even a draw.
The fight was scored a controversial draw, with many observers feeling that Lewis had done enough to win the fight. The decision was met with boos from the crowd, and there was widespread criticism of the judges for their scoring. Holyfield was a highly versatile fighter, winning world titles in 2 different weight classes. He'd never been knocked out in his entire professional career, and his tremendous work ethic, dedication to training, and incredible heart and determination puts him at the top of the list of great pugilists. Until next time, this is Primo Boxing.